Hi, just thought I'd catch up with you for a second. Last week on Valentine's Day, several of you heard me say that my husband and I were engaged on Valentine's Day in the year 2000. He actually proposed singing the song I Will Be Here by Stephen Curtis Chapman. Now, the funny part about that, something he had no idea of, was that I had a history of sorts with I Will Be Here. Probably 8 or 10 years before that date, I was in the wedding of a friend of mine, Jennifer, who had that song sung by a soloist at her wedding. I remember the night before, while we were all at the rehearsal, standing on the platform of the church listening to soloist Les Moore sing Stephen Curtis Chapman's I Will Be Here, and I began to boo-hoo cry. As the perpetually single woman I was at the time, I wondered if anyone would ever say those words to me. Then we fast forward to February of 2000, and here I am listening to Ted Boykin sing I Will Be Here, and at the very end he said, I really will be here. Will you marry me? Well, that was the greatest rhetorical question of the century as far as I was concerned. But I have to tell you something that most people don't believe, but I hope you will. And that is that as romantic and special and historical, if you will, that moment was for me as he sang I Will Be Here by Stephen Curtis Chapman. It wasn't that sort of sealed the deal for me. It was something that I had seen weeks earlier, probably even 3 months earlier, on a website. Let me explain. While I was still yet in Peru, one of my friends, when she heard that I had a crush on this guy, Ted Boykin, said to me, well, you know what? I am going to go check him out for you because I refuse to let someone I know and love walk down the aisle, as she was already certain I would, with someone who I hadn't checked out. And so she did. She went to the website and she said to me, you need to read the interview that someone did with him on the then Baptist Bible College and Seminary website. And so I went to the website and I saw that the interviewer had asked him a very important question. She said, if you were to write the story of your life, what would you call it? And his response was God's pursuit of me. That nailed it for me. So yes, with all the other hoopla, all the other friends helping me out and setting me up and first dates and all of that, what really got me was his understanding that God was at the helm, that he was holding the reins, and that he ultimately was a result. Everything about him was ultimately the result of God's pursuit of him and making those things happen in his life. That's the man I married.